This episode of the Totally Rad Show is brought to you by HostGator. Coming up from San Diego, it's our live Comic-Con 2012 panel.
Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad Show.
And now, give it up for Alex Albrecht, Jeff Cannata, and Dan Trachtenberg.
Hello, hello, check, check, hey! Well, hello, everybody. How are you?
Mike Gaines with the editing of the
Mike
video.
Gaines, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Gaines.
So, Comic-Con.
Yeah, baby.
2012.
So how many people have been to a Totally Rad Show panel before?
Yeah!
And then how many people, this is their first TRS panel?
Wow.
Nice!
That's awesome.
The same number, I
Hopefully all of you got the awesome postcard.
Yes.
We have to thank Dennis Calero, the amazing comic book artist that did that for us and has done one every single year.
Crazy.
And if you dig it, he's if you go to FF5, his book that he does with Todd Stashwick, they are giving it away, I think.
Yeah, they do a
Comic.
called Devil Inside, which is awesome, which you should be reading. And they're giving away. They have a bound version. It's an online comic, but they have a bound version. So he's an amazing artist. He works for Marvel and DC, and he's so awesome to donate his time to create those images for us every
And
year.
give me that card, get him to sign it. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure
That would be awesome.
someday.
And you may have been receiving said card from the TRS moms who, hey, you guys have to stand up. They've literally gone full native.
They upped the ante
They've
this
upped the
year.
ante. They're now steampunk. Full steampunk.
They can.
And your dad is here as in
My dad
every
is
year.
here. Mark, who's in the back, who's going to wave.
And this is my dad's first Comic-Con too, all the way from Philadelphia.
Yes, Alan Trachtenberg. Look at that.
And
It's a Comic-Con's a family affair.
It's
for
a family
TRS.
affair for
and
TRS.
my wife has a Rebel Alliance insignia shaved into her head. She's in the back
Yes.
as well. So.
Dan held her down and shaved her head.
If you're coming to Comic-Con, you will be recognized. She's already said, she was like, I was on the floor and everybody kept stopping me to take pictures of my hair. And I was like, oh my God, right. I would stop you and take a picture of your hair. It's really kind of cool. You see in the back. And it's great actually to see the progression because is this our fifth panel?
Fifth panel.
Oh my Jeebus.
Yeah.
But the first panel, did the parents did you guys come for the first panel? Or were you there for the second panel? Because I feel like the progression was showing up and going, oh my God, Comic-Con is so crazy and weird. And then the next year, we have capes. Like, what? And then the year after that, I was like, we have capes, gloves, and boots, and now we're giving away buttons. It's like, what? And then it's like, steampunk moms.
Yeah.
I mean,
They literally spent the entire year from last Comic-Con building and assembling their costume for steampunk. They're humiliating us because we have talked every single year about dressing up, and we've never done it. And our moms are like, well, this year we're going to be amazing, and we are never amazing.
I know, ever. It's a little bit, Comic-Con to me is like Halloween, where after Halloween, I'm always like, oh my God, next year. Next year's gonna be the year. I'm not gonna put some weird like shirt on inside out and say that I'm some guy that nobody's ever heard about. Like I'm gonna
Inside Out
just
shirt
balls
guy.
to the wall.
I'm a
And then
laundry day
Halloween
man.
shows up and I'm like, it's fucking Halloween already? Damn it! Comic-Con is the same way. I'm like, I'm gonna take up like whittling. I'm gonna whittle myself a mask. I'm gonna like styrofoam, like foam metal. I'm just gonna figure it all out. And then I'm just like, oh, it's Comic-Con. Okay, I'm going to CVS.
So, was
water.
anyone in Hall H so far? Made in Hall H? Not a lot of people, so we should chat a little bit about what we've seen so far that we dug.
Yeah, we're gonna do some fun interactive stuff later, but we should
just talk about, we're at Comic-Con, we're all hanging out
This
here.
is the weirdest Comic-Con for me.
Yeah.
I've literally not seen one panel.
You haven't been hanging out with us very much.
I haven't been hanging out with you. I feel
But
like I missed you guys.
You were on a panel.
I've been on a couple.
So Voltron panel.
I was on a Voltron. I don't know how many people know that I wrote and directed a live-action Voltron short. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Tell your friends. So the Voltron guys have been really nice, and when we put it out, you know, all the people that work over at WEP, which is the company that owns Voltron, they're all just fans. They all are kids that grew up in the 80s just like us, and now they work at the company that makes Voltron and all those great things. And so they were nice enough to ask me to come down to me and Timothy Almondson, the guy from Psych, who is in the short. Yep, very cool. And they played the short for all the fans at, I think it was called Voltron Force Fans Form something. It was very awesome when they said it, not when I said it. So that was my first day. And I also spent 5 days on the way down to Comic-Con on a Jabba pleasure barge for Course of the Force. If you haven't checked it out, you should check it out. I think it's like courseoftheforce.com. But basically, we did a lightsaber Olympic torch style from Santa Monica Pier down to San Diego Comic-Con over 5 days, all for Make-A-Wish, and they actually raised enough money to grant 1,000 extra wishes for Make-A-Wish, which is amazing. Yeah. So it was a little crazy. So by the time I got to Comic-Con, I had already been working for like 5 days, and then I've yet to go see a panel because guess what? I just realized we have just been getting up really early every day and standing in a giant line, and we've been fortunate to get in. As a guy who's like, oh, the panel's in an hour, maybe I'll just go, oh, there's no way in hell I'm getting in? Okay, I'll just go buy more stuff on the floor. So I've literally just been buying stuff and wandering around. And
you're a designated purchaser.
I am. I have a bag of holding, which I just bought, which is very nice.
Oh.
It's where the things go.
Very cool.
Yeah. I almost bought a bag of devouring, but I like my stuff.
Interesting. So we were in Hall H, Jeff and I, and saw some cool things.
59,998 of our best friends.
I think it was just you and me. But,
it did feel that way.
Yeah. Well, maybe, okay, so yesterday we saw the Expendables 2 panel.
Which was one of the greatest entertainment experiences of my life.
Absolutely.
It's going to be way better than the movie will be.
Yeah.
For sure.
The cool thing was seeing Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger on stage together, hanging out. They are buds. For realsies, right? Like, doesn't it look like they're just like
honest friends? They were telling stories about each other from 10 years ago.
And Schwarzenegger was like embarrassing Stallone, talking about how he's actually a really good painter, and Stallone's getting all shy and like doesn't want everyone to know that about himself.
Awesome, and you had the best line ever.
Yeah, because I realized after walking out of that I would pay anything to see a like Bucket List 2 starring two old retired. One-time awesome action movie stars, Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, like with joint pains and like in ice, like sharing a hot tub and you know, like just telling stories. They were awesome.
It was so great, and it totally reminded me because in order to get into that room that day, I had to sit through the Twilight panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love our audience. I love our audience. And. You know, all of that panel was like, you know, these little kids coming up and going, so did you have a good time working on Twilight? You know, which is the easiest softball question in the history of questions. All you have to do is lean into the mic and go, yeah, it was really fun. And all those actors were like, I don't know. No. And then you go and see Schwarzenegger and Stallone, and it's like...
He's like, who is your daddy and what does he do?
Yeah, these guys know how to sell a movie, man. They come from the 80s when it's like, this is the greatest movie that has ever been or ever will be. You should come see it. You should bring your brother and your sister and your friends, and you should come see it. And it's like, yeah, you're here to freaking promote the movie and entertain us, you know? You're not here to, like, have an existential crisis all over the table, you know?
That's a good point. I concur.
Yeah.
Could have been president. So the other thing that we saw that I don't know, what was the best thing you saw? Was it Elysium?
Elysium looks very, very cool.
So explain to them for people, because fans at home, I walked by that Bugatti spaceship awesomeness and I was like, what? So, and everybody's like, oh, it's Elysium, whatever. What? You know that. And I'm like, what? What? No. I live under a rock.
We should say, though, people are watching this after all of Comic-Con has happened. We're recording our panel right now, and we have not seen The Hobbit or Man of Steel or, you know. But Elysium is the next movie from Neill Blomkamp, who did District 9, which is amazing, and everyone's excited about what his next movie is. It's it's Elysium, and it's basically...
It's got Matt Damon and Jodie Foster, so that's cool, and they were there.
And Charlton Copley, who was in District
yeah.
9. And it's basically about, in the future, Earth is desolate, and there's disease, and it sucks, so the wealthier class live on a space station, but it's actually based on, I don't know if anyone's familiar with the O'Neill colonies. Something I've been looking into recently. You might know because it's Asimov.
Why, you planning to leave Earth, Dan?
No, I just looking at concept art for things.
My neighborhood sucks. I've been looking into space colonies.
The wealthier people live on space colonies. Poor people don't. Matt Damon gets embroiled in things, and there's robots, and he has to become half robot. So it's like,
first off, that's exactly the movie that 11-year-old Dan Trachtenberg would explain he wants to make.
Yeah, and
then there are robots, but then he turns into sort of half robot, and like.
And there's explosions.
Poor people are on the ground, but then the rich people are in the sky.
And 11-year-old Alex is like, "Who's Matt Damon?"
Yeah.
But so it's basically where District 9 was about racism, this is about classism, and where District 9 had aliens, this has robots.
Yeah, I'm surprised how similar it looked.
Yeah.
Thematically and also aesthetically to District 9.
But less found footagey and more like a real movie, but still,
it's still
documentary
amazing
style
looking,
and awesome. And it was half finished effects. My voice is breaking because I'm sad.
He's choked up about how awesome it looks.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
So yeah.
Yeah, dude. So for the people that haven't seen anything about this, because I think it was the first time they've shown anything. Really.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What you have to visualize is shaved-headed, bald, awesome Matt Damon with like this exoskeleton bolted onto his skin, like up the back of his neck. It looks so rad, and it's such a arresting visual that you've never seen in any movie before.
And I remember,
and it sort of like gives him super strength and extra.
I think it's gonna RoboCop. They're remaking RoboCop right now, and I remember hearing that it was gonna be more organic based. That he was, and I feel like this is gonna steal its thunder a little bit because it's got.
I'm sorry, steal the thunder of a RoboCop reboot.
Mean, you know, I don't know.
That's a lot of thunder to capture. Just saying.
Anything else blow your mind? That was sort of.
I was really excited to see Jackie Chan. Anybody see Jackie Chan?
Oh yeah.
Jackie Chan's quote-unquote last big action film.
Which, yeah, he sort of said it's not really my last.
He said it's not his last action film, but he says it's his last big action film.
Right.
And it is that class. I mean, the guy's what, 60?
I think he's or late 50s or 60.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the shots they showed of the stuff he was doing, and it's all, he's so great. I mean, the guy is a international mega star, and so self-deprecating and humble and awesome. And he was up there, like, he's basically saying, I don't know how to make movies the way people make movies today, so all I can do is just risk my life. So sorry, I don't know how green screens work. So all I do is throw myself off of things.
That's
and
awesome.
It's pretty amazing. And he's like, yeah, and I know I broke everything, and I inhaled fumes on a volcano for you guys just because I don't know how to make movies. Whoops. Yeah. You know. But it made me excited because I love his movies, and no one makes movies like that. He's right. You know, nobody does that anymore. So.
Yeah. I concur.
Nor should they.
Yeah.
Cool. I think we can move on.
Shall we move on to the
next
interactive
things.
period?
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
I just said period. I don't know. Is that the word? Interactive portion?
We've been starting to play a lot of games.
Me too.
On the show as of late, and every time we do a live panel now, we've been playing Secret Identity, one of our favorite games to play.
But we're not going to do that.
Don't get excited.
Yeah.
There is another game. Well, we consider it a game. Some people don't. Some people consider it serious business.
It is serious business.
I think the most popular, has gotten the most feedback when we've done it, and we thought, why not do it live with people interacting with us? I heard someone say it.
Yeah, they know.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Say it loud. Versus.
So today on TRS, instead of heading to the website flickchart.com, where you can see our current list of favorite movies of all time,
we're gonna head into the sea of our fans.
Yeah, so we are actually gonna turn to you guys. Is there a microphone?
I think behind Mike. Behind Mike. No, behind Mike. There is a mic. So if you want, go. Go.
Line up behind Mike. Think of an awesome think of an awesome versus for us that so far has not come up on the show. It doesn't even have to be movies.
No,
could be
it could be
games.
2 video games, could be 2 TV
For
shows.
people who don't know what versus is, we've been doing movies, but we'll do anything at this point, because
Sandwiches.
awesome.
Yeah.
We take 2 things and we have to decide
Passionate fans.
which one is better.
Right.
Thus compiling a list of the best stuff ever. So.
Yeah.
So we need you guys to supply us with the contenders in the verses.
All right, so who's got an idea?
Anybody, you can just shout it
or,
out.
Yeah,
Well,
raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let's do that.
I'm glad we talked
Well,
about
let's
this
do
before.
the microphone. Let's do the microphone so then we can hear
All right,
them.
I did the microphone.
I did
Dan,
the microphone.
Mike wants it, so you'll be in an episode also.
And there's going to be enough time. We got a little time, so don't feel like if you don't get up to the thing. First off, this has already become a success.
Are they supplying?
This has already become a success. So you're going to
There's no one
supply.
in the seats. They're all.
I know. Okay, so if you want to, if you are interested in getting up right now, stop.
All right.
And you've now, because otherwise the audience is going to be one long weird line.
Alex, I have the first verses. It's the first guy in line versus the second guy in line.
Yeah. So just give us 2 things: movies, video game, TV, whatever you want, and we will argue amongst ourselves as to which is better.
Requirement, they have to be of the like 2 movies or 2 video games.
Screw
A
your
movie versus a video
requirements.
game.
Screw your requirements.
All right.
You know what? Let's
All
start.
rules are off.
All right, we're gonna see how well this goes, and then we'll start putting rules on it after the line of awesomeness. All
First
right.
one.
All right, I'm going to give you an easy one. 2 movies, my 2 favorite movies. Toy Story versus Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the Future.
Oh, shut your pie trap!
Here-
We just had Toy Story come up. Thank you
We
very
had
much.
Toy Story. Yes, thank you.
We just had Toy Story come up and
versus Neverending Story.
versus Neverending Story, which, by the way,
And guess what won?
yeah,
Neverending Story.
Neverending Story,
Story,
and not because of me, because I'm Mr. F.U. Neverending Story. I love you. Don't stop calling me. But Toy Story, come on, Toy Story.
No, listen.
Toy Story's awesome.
I'm not-
Don't no, they're
But
both
you know
great
what,
movies. Look,
you
both
made a
great
great point.
movies.
I did?
Toy Story 3 is better than Toy Story.
Yeah. I made that point.
You know what?
They don't
Thank
agree.
you,
I
thank
like
you,
it.
rumbling
There's
crowd.
a lot of hostility.
Thank you, 5 rumbling
Wait a minute.
people.
We're not arguing Toy Story versus Neverending Story. We're arguing Toy Story versus Back to the Future. From
Yeah.
the man with video proof that hasn't seen Back to the Future 2 or 3.
I don't think he said 2 or 3. He said Back to the Future, which, by the way, okay. I'm gonna say Toy Story. I'm gonna say no, but here's the thing. I'm gonna say Toy Story, just so that Toy Story
Has a vote?
has a vote, because I feel like animated characters are they're just so oppressed.
Maybe it'll
lately.
come up again.
Maybe it will come up again. We don't know.
All right,
okay.
next one.
And also, tell us your name and where you're from.
Hi, Aaron from Laguna Hills, California.
Aaron.
Sporting a very snazzy double jump T-shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the smattering of applause.
Smattering of applause.
I have a video game one.
Okay.
It is Halo versus GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
Oh, this is
That's too
interesting.
easy. Too easy. You
No.
just
Oh
jumped
no.
there.
And guess
Because
what?
I didn't.
Are you gonna list of shame something
Halo.
else?
No, I'm just about to go answer Halo. Are you kidding me? I tried to play GoldenEye in college with my buddies. They were all like, "You gotta come here and play GoldenEye. It's awesome. We just like shoot each other." I'm like, "Yeah,
it
it's
had
great."
a weird inverted problem with you, I think.
I don't
The
know if you could,
controls.
but
Yeah.
I'm sitting around like, "Man,
There's an
this
argument
is-"
to be made that if there was no GoldenEye, there would be no Halo.
Yeah.
That is an argument. That is an argument, but that doesn't mean that
That
GoldenEye is
ruins all
better than
verses,
Halo.
then we-
And I will tell you this too. I think Halo was the entryway to people putting a controller in their hands and going, you can do this on a console. Now I know people.
No, that was GoldenEye
That was
did that.
GoldenEye, yeah.
Actually,
Not well. I just didn't. Not for me. Halo. Answer Halo.
GoldenEye?
I'm gonna have to say GoldenEye.
Plus
too.
the customizable.
What does the
multiplayer-
audience think? GoldenEye?
Halo. Oh, all right.
Could have been GoldenEye. All right.
No, it wasn't. No. That was right down the middle of Mr. Z. Oh, that was. I think that was GoldenEye.
All right.
I have an inner ear decibel detector.
All right. Next up.
The EDD.
I like how our line has decided that we're gonna be a while.
Yeah. No, they're just taking a knee. They're just it's reverence
That's good.
for the content.
Hi, Manny from San Antonio, Texas. I gotta say, I love you, Jeff. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, how about
you
this
guys.
one?
We're here too.
Putting on.
I like
Okay.
this guy. Hear him out. Hear him out.
The guy's got ideas.
I'm married, by the way, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Okay, Last
Maybe his
Airbender
ideas will
or
spread.
Wait.
Last Airbender or Legend of Korra?
Last Airbender.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
we've
We
only
have
seen.
we have 12 episodes of Legend of Korra. We have
First season of Last Airbender versus first season of Korra. Actually, that would change me a little bit, maybe.
I'm still gonna go with the thing that I've decided in my brain and haven't yet told you. By still, I mean I was like, what do you mean still? I haven't said anything yet.
Let's poll the audience.
no,
Not yet. No, we can't do that. It's illegal to do that before.
I think my gut says to go Last Airbender because I just don't remember.
Well, there would be no Korra without Last Airbender.
Ah!
Let's keep that in mind.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's now audio proof.
Although
of you
that would
saying
be
things
weird
like
if there
that.
was, wouldn't there? Wouldn't it be? I don't have a clear recollection where the first season of Last Airbender ends. You know, like what constitutes the first
He
season?
gets water, I think.
He
right?
gets. Oh, that's good. Doesn't he get water? It's like the thing to get water. I just recently rewatched it. Last Airbender, the first season.
Yeah.
So your opinion means something.
Well,
Let's
it's
do it.
based on something.
What is
and
it?
that is BS. Oh man, that is really tough.
You really led up to. You were leading up to something. It was so
I know. I
exciting.
had an idea. And then
I'm
it
gonna be
stopped.
crazy and say Korra just because I think Aang's story really kicks into high gear in the later seasons.
That you're not wrong.
I actually disagree.
Oh my balls. I'm gonna do OG Last Airbender, and really, to be honest, and I didn't go see the Korra panel. I really wanted to, and then I couldn't. But this season just wrapped up so nice in a bow. It was the only sort of like.
Awesome.
I know it was awesome, but
Audience.
Last Airbender.
Korra.
Korra wins.
I would say Korra. Okay.
Okay.
Next up.
But wait,
Okay.
who won? I don't remember it.
We
you guys
picked
picked
Airbender. They picked Korra.
Smart.
Brad from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Just need to say.
Nice. My college roommate's from Grand Rapids.
Really? Wait,
Yeah.
cool.
Louis Sobong. That's all you got.
I've heard of that place.
Yes. Hey, we're the #1 beer city in North America, so.
Nice.
All right.
There you go, Grand Rapids.
Also, my mom is a huge fan of the show, so she loves you
Nice.
guys. Yes.
Hi, your mom.
Hi, your mom.
Yeah. So a point of contention between my friends lately has been The Dark Knight versus Avengers.
Ooh.
Here's the thing.
Just gonna be like, I just rewatched.
I just
It's a
rewatched.
masterpiece.
I literally just rewatched The Dark Knight 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
The night before I came here.
We called that night the Dark Knight.
I called that. I watched Batman Begins and The Dark Knight back to back in anticipation of both this and Rises. And anybody who knows me knows how much I love Avengers. Avengers is closer to my heart, much closer to my heart. I love it more, but it's impossible to deny that Dark Knight is a better film. It's a better movie because here's why. I think.
Interesting.
I hate interrupting people when they're agreeing with me. I'm sorry. Should never do that. I believe that if Batman had nothing to do with The Dark Knight, it would still be an incredible movie. If it was about just Guy and he had that kind of villain, and he had to deal with it, it is such a strong narrative.
Like
it would
Heat
work.
is what I was saying.
What?
It's basically Heat.
Right.
Is that movie?
Yes.
Which is a great movie.
Avengers, not so much. It really relies on other movies, on the knowledge we have of these characters, and while I love it with all my heart, I think I would have to go Dark Knight.
If you were on a desert island and you had to pick one of them for that to be your only movie, like you were.
Well, then I might
to
go
rewatch
Avengers,
it over and
just
over
because it
again.
makes me happy.
I think Avengers. I think.
And
Dark
I wanna
Knight
be
doesn't
happy
make
on
you
an
happy at the
island.
end?
I think the first. I think I could rewatch Avengers more at first, but I don't think I would get as much out of it upon rewatching it.
So much
Dark
more
Knight,
fun
I
to
think
quote.
you can always. That's true, but you're quoting it to yourself on your deserted island. Dark Knight, there's so much in it.
Yeah.
To extract to get from it.
I really think.
But it's not as fun.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that's what it comes down to. I think.
Which one
that
of them
Dark Knight is
teaches you more about
superior-
building stuff with coconuts?
Yeah.
Would be most
Neither. Okay, I'm gonna take Joe versus the volcano to learn how to make suitcase barges. Yeah, I mean, I think you really nailed it. I have more fun probably watching the Avengers. It's more like, oh man, yay! It's like Team America: World Police, but not for reasons that it is. That was elegant, and I did say elegant. But no, I think The Dark Knight is a more superior film.
It's better. It's
a better movie.
I mean, the Avengers is very well made, but Dark Knight's
it's
better.
amazing.
Dark Knight's my pick. Dark Knight's your pick.
Dark Knight's my pick.
Dark Knight's your pick.
And is the
Dark
answer.
Knight.
Avengers.
Okay, this is gonna suck. Avengers?
Woo! Wow.
Oh, you blew our minds.
I know.
We
How did
literally
you guys
got
all
2012
decide
by
not
our
to say anything
audience.
For a second? Who was like, don't say anything for a second and mess with their
Yeah,
head?
pretend like we don't know what they're talking about or that we hate that movie. It's like, what? All right.
Andy from Syracuse, New York. Just because of a twisted sense of humor, 2012 versus Twilight.
Oh,
It's easy for me.
it's easy
2012.
for Dan.
2012.
Well, now
That's
Alex and I have some explaining
That's
to do.
like cake versus poop. How do you even have to think about it?
And for us, it's like poop versus poop.
Yeah.
Well, first off, they're not poop. I
No, I
actually
don't
sat
even
down
think
and watched the
Twilight's
Twilights or the first one. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming he means the original
fourth one I just saw, and that is that's a very poorly made movie.
Okay,
But the first one I
agree with
agree
that.
is not. It's not.
It's not bad.
terrible,
It's
no.
just not my cup of tea.
Right.
You know
Agreed.
what I mean? Like it's not.
Agreed.
It's not like some
God, you
horrible
guys.
cinema.
But
also
2012 is awesome, and I watched it again, and it's still awesome.
Yeah,
so.
I actually did the same thing where I sort of caught a little bit of it accidentally while I was walking by TV, and it's really bad. I still don't know what you're talking about.
What are you gonna pick?
I picked.
So I'm actually gonna pick Twilight, which is interesting. But I am shimmering
It's not
inside.
an existential crisis, Jeff.
It is. It is actually. I picked knives through my eyeballs.
So 2012.
Well, you never saw. Did you see Twilight?
I actually never saw the original Twilight. I
Right.
saw the
Oh, it's a
sequel
list of
because I was
shame.
reviewing it.
List of shame.
List of shame.
List of shame.
You have to give him another one. Yeah.
List of no shame. Somebody just said in the
let me just
audience.
see. 2012 audience.
Twilight. I mean, better than 2012 is all we were asking you to
More
say.
booze for Twilight.
Yeah, but booze me. They're saying boo worms.
No, the best thing is the audience is like, I don't.
Yeah.
Am I acknowledging that they're good?
They never saw
don't
them.
know how to-
They never saw 2012.
One is
How am I
better than
supposed
the
to
other,
do
but I'm
it?
afraid that I'm.
All right.
Oscar Segoviano from Rancho Cucamonga.
Nice.
I just
love
had
Rancho
two-
Rancho Cucamonga.
Another great
I just
shirt.
had two that came into my mind. One was for video games and one for TV.
Okay.
So Journey versus Half-Life 2 and Breaking Bad versus The Shield.
Oh.
Just to go
Well,
at
we know
Jeff.
what-
Well,
They would-
let's start with Journey versus Half-Life 2. Otherwise, I'm going to forget what he asked. I've been
I
here
would
a
pick
long
the
time.
Shield over all of the above.
You would pick the Shield over Journey?
Yeah, for sure.
Man, that's a.
Yeah,
that
Shield
is
versus
a-
Journey screws my brain up. Well, I like the Shield, but Journey was like.
Wait, what?
There was a cosplayer.
Playing Journey versus Half-Life 2.
Okay, so Half-Life 2. Didn't I say let's start from the beginning of the
I love
order?
Journey, but I would pick Half-Life 2. I would pick Half-Life 2.
Oh my
Half-Life 2 is a.
I'm gonna go with Journey.
I know what you're thinking,
And
but
the
then you're
reason-
also didn't think about all the Journey things that are awesome.
The reason why is
There's
because
a lot.
Journey was one of those like
it's like
it's
profound.
profound. It's profound. It means something
Half-Life
about
2 is
things.
profound-ish.
Half-Life 2 is like incredible.
City 17 is
but-
oppressed, and you're just a nerd with a powerful gravity gun.
Or you're a carpet.
Half-Life 2, this doesn't count, but Half-Life 2 is definitely the better video game, but Journey is definitely the better
Experience.
experience.
I don't even know if I
that
agree
could
with
play.
that. I mean, it was a more emotional experience, although
Yes.
I cried sometimes when I had to kill sand crabs.
No, you didn't.
Maybe
You-
not.
You didn't.
yeah.
Maybe not.
But I'll pick Journey.
I'm doing Journey.
Wow.
And
I'm
then
thinking Half-Life.
Shield versus Breaking Bad. It would be season 1 versus season 1 for me. Of both those shows.
No problem.
So it would be
Because you
Breaking
never
Bad.
saw any more of The Shield, and you
Right.
never saw any more of Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I mean.
Dan?
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Actually,
Well, first off, I'm the same way. Exactly. I watched
Yeah,
the
let's
first
go.
season of Breaking Bad. Loved it.
So Breaking
So
Bad.
It's Breaking Bad for
Their
me.
opinions don't count.
No, it does count. Breaking Bad. Bam. Breaking Bad and Journey. Winners. Winners. Chicken dinner.
Audience. All right, let's do them in order. Audience. Half-Life 2.
Okay. Calm down. Versus
Journey.
Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2 won.
Half-Life 2.
Definitely Half-Life
Sent
2.
the room is.
I wonder if more people have just played Half-Life 2, but
Yeah.
they agree with me, so we're taking
Audience.
Yes.
And now The Shield.
Oh, you're fucked.
scared, I'm getting
You're
scared.
screwed right now. Versus
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Sounds like The Shield.
All right, good work. So it looks like the Shield.
Thanks for your question.
Thank you.
Or versus.
Hi, Jason from Houston.
Hey, Jason.
Hi. I need you guys to settle an argument I used to have with my best friend when I was a kid.
I love this.
And there's only two of us, so we could never find a solution. Is it Dukes of Hazzard or is it Knight Rider?
Oh.
Knight Rider for me all the way.
I almost knee-jerk Knight Rider, but Dukes of Hazzard had cool jumps. Knight Rider, did it ever do cool things?
Okay, now first off, let's. No. Yes, Dan was really stupid by saying that. Knight Rider had freaking jetpacks.
Thank you. Up top.
Now, but that said,
I wasn't allowed. My mom is back there, so you can tell her something. I was never allowed to watch either of these shows when I was a kid.
Oh, I love that Dan just threw his mom under the bus. This is what. See, Mom? It was weird.
I'm going to get hundreds of people to boo my mom.
So here's the thing. My mom is back there, and she'll attest to the fact that for almost a solid year,
Alex wore Daisy Dukes.
I did. It was early cosplay.
2011.
Yeah. It was early cosplay. No, I literally would not allow her to open a car door. I would have to enter and exit cars via the window for a solid year. And I always wanted to slide over the hood, and she never let me, and now I get it. I was mad then, now I get it. Keys scratch.
Oh, we had our family car growing up had a defrost button that didn't indicate that it was the defrost button. It was just a circle with another circle inside it, so it looked awesome, and when you push it, it glowed. And my dad would tell me it was the turbo boost button, and he would push it and rev the engine, and I was like, yeah!
So, are you saying Dukes of Hazzard?
I mean, this is a pretty tough one. This is a tough one.
It's easy for me. It's Knight Rider for me. No.
I think I'll go with Knight Rider.
Another little quick story from child that I want to say while you guys are thinking is I've told these guys over and over and over about this game my friend and I used to play where we would pick superheroes and we would talk out their battles. And that friend is actually here tonight. His name's Bill. And I haven't seen him in years and years and years.
That's the guy? Bill's the guy?
We would pick superheroes.
So Bill versus Jeff.
Bill versus Jeff.
He would destroy me. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of, we've talked about that a lot, and I think a lot of what Versus is kind of grew from that idea.
Definitely.
Most definitely.
Yeah. I'm with Knight Rider.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I
don't remember Sweet Jumps.
I love Dukes of Hazzard and had such a great time watching it, Knight Rider just checked so many other boxes. The sort of crazy tech that doesn't exist box.
Cool leather jacket.
The cool leather jacket, the great hair box.
Which you clearly modeled.
I don't know, that box never got
Did you say great hair or gray hair?
Great hair.
Oh, I think you said gray hair.
But also
I was just in the distinguished gentleman.
Yeah. Car that talks to you, evil twin with the frickin' stupid goatee, that's the only difference. I mean, like so many awesome things. Driving up into a semi-truck, which I've always wanted to do. So I think it's got to be Knight Rider, I think, unfortunately.
Right.
I'm for the Dukes of Hazzard people, but...
Dukes of Hazzard?
Knight Rider.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, that's four people.
Knight Rider.
Yeah.
We win.
It had to happen. We won.
Good. All right.
Hi, I'm David from Riverside, California.
Nice. What's up?
And for mine, I'm referencing the original stand-up arcade cabinet coin-op version, and I'm going to say Galaga versus Centipede.
Oh, that is not a problem for me.
Well, first of all, I didn't play Centipede in the stand-ups. I played Centipede in the sit-down cocktail having ice cream.
But that's same. That'll work.
Still just the non-Atari home version.
Yeah.
This is not even remotely a contest for me. It's Galaga all the way.
Really? Mine's Centipede all the way.
Really?
Plus Centipede, couldn't you do in the cocktail table version? Couldn't it be two-player? There was someone sitting.
I like how you were like
8
having cocktails.
It was at an ice cream parlor, but they're called cocktail tables, and I had to I don't know.
Mr. Trachtenberg, your cocktail table.
Your cocktail table awaits,
and your
sir.
stack of quarters.
Yeah. And can you give me my... Oh, yes, it's coming right up, sir.
What would you choose?
We had a pizza parlor called Old Chicago Style Pizza, I think it was, by our house, and it had the cocktail table,
Wow.
Galaga, and I played the ever-loving P out of that. And I tried, Centipede, the ball, I was never as accurate as I wanted, and I was like, I don't know. So Galaga for me.
Yeah, I think Galaga was like the ultimate skill game at that time, I think.
Galaga? Centipede.
Oh, I think it's Galaga. I think it's Galaga. It's hard when the people who are most excited are really close to us because it sounds like that's the winning one, but it was like 3 people clapping in the front.
All right. Next question. Thank you for the...
yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm Carrie from San Ramon, California.
San Ramon!
I had a video game question or a movie question. Which one of you guys are in the... Or 2 video games or 2 movies?
You get to decide.
Up to you. Although I have to say, video game has been refreshing because we haven't ever done them.
Okay, I guess I'll go with the video game one.
Okay.
Streets of Rage or the Double Dragon franchise?
Ooh. This is a Streets of Rage franchise. One has rollerblades. The other...
One has baseball
twins.
bats and babes.
Yeah. Double Dragon.
Yeah.
There'd be no Streets of Rage without Double Dragon.
Yeah, see? Locked. Now you use.
Also, Double Dragon had the best iteration was the Tiger Electronics handheld.
Oh, yeah.
White. Loved that.
Best? I don't know about that.
I played that more than any other video game when I was a kid, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I would take above Double Dragon, actually? And this might be blasphemous, but I'm going to say it. Bad Dudes.
Oh, yeah. They got to save the president.
Bad Dudes.
Love
Bad
that
Dudes.
game. The only place that had that game was the bowling alley, which was not near my house, and it was always a difficult adventure to arrive at the bowling alley. But once I was there,
bad dude, you were one bad dude.
You were one bad dude. All right, everybody, be sure to stick around. We're going to be answering one of your Twitter questions right after this. But first, we want to thank our sponsor, HostGator.com. HostGator can get your blog or website up and running in just minutes with plans starting as low as $3.96 a month.
Whoa!
You get 24/7 support, access to a website building tool with over 4,000 templates, plus they will even migrate your current site over for free.
Whoa!
Amazing. Servers are 130% powered by wind energy, which is way more wind energy than you need. As a person who is a proprietor of a wind energy company, I have a lot of hats.
Alex's hot air.
Alex's hot air. We don't blow, so you can stay cool. I don't know what that means. Anyway, for TRS viewers, HostGator is offering you 25% off your order, or your first month is completely free.
Frizzle!
Bam! Just go to HostGator.com, enter the code Totally Rad Show at checkout. Do it now. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Check in tomorrow for more from our live Comic-Con panel.
Today's Twitter question comes in to us with the hashtag #TRSQ from Euphonistic? Epiphanotic. Okay, whatever. At Bailey Bear 1992, how does Mike get his voice to sound like an announcer? Interesting, that's a good question. Mike?
My secret is alcohol and cigarettes.
There you have it, Epiphanotic.
There you have it.